Oh, well, hello. Good evening, guys. Welcome to our Discover Arbonne. My name is Kayte Bontempo, and I am an independent consultant and district manager with Arbonne. And tonight I have joining me one of my dear friends, Stepp. Thanks for jumping on the call with me today.
Hey, I'm so glad to be here with you.
Oh, so guys, I am just totally pumped. Thanks to technology, we were able to do this. And we have been praying. As many of you know, I live in Michigan, where it is lovely and gorgeous and fall fun. We were at the cider mill today. It was like 70 degrees. It was perfect. And my sweet friend Toy lives in South Florida. So maybe not as awesome right now.
No, we're in hurricane prep mode now.
So we were saying prayers like, okay, hopefully technology will hold out. And it looks like where she is, she's going to be pretty safe. And so we're definitely still praying for that. But I'm excited she could join us, even though they are in hurricane prep mode. But this business is just a joy. And so I was actually introduced to Arbonne 11 years ago, maybe 12. I've had 3 kids. I can't remember all the details. So, over a decade, we're just going to call it like it is. And I am so grateful that it was actually 2 friends of my husband. We were introduced to this business and these products. And I not so politely was like, no, thanks. No, thanks. That's not for me. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm pretty sure they're crazy. But my husband, unbeknownst to me, had agreed that we would try products and that we would jump on a call. And I was like, well, thanks. But I fell in love with the products. I tried them, and I loved them. And I was like, okay, I don't know what this is, but this is intriguing to me. These products are amazing. My skin feels great. I wasn't reacting. I just love them. They smelled really good. And after the call and just kind of getting more information about Arbonne, we went to a local meeting, and actually Toy was one of the speakers there. And so it was cool just to kind of be introduced to her from afar. And we really quickly, actually that night after leaving that meeting, we're like, yeah, this business is amazing. We're loving these products, so let's do this. And at that time, we had no kids. So it was 11 years ago because my daughter just turned 10. There's some math for you. But we quickly got pregnant with our first one. And then when Olivia, my 10-year-old, was 3 weeks old, I officially launched my business. I sent an email to Toy and was like, hey, can you help me launch my business? I don't really know what to do. And she is one of the top position in the company. And so I was like, she's going to send somebody. That's how this is going to work. And she came over to my house, my little baby. I was 3 weeks old, new mom. I had just quit my job and I needed extra income, but I also needed kind of something to do with my time, which sounds really silly now that I have 3 kids, but I like contributing to our family. I like having something. I like something that keeps me kind of sane. And, but that where I feels like it's my own and it's, I'm still contributing to our family. I kind of struggled, as a lot of new moms do, with that worth of like, well, I used to be contributing. I used to have an income. I was a child development with Head Start. And so part of what I did was we were living in Florida at the time, and in Palm Beach County, I ran all of the educational requirements and resources and for Palm Beach County Head Start. And so my team, that was the team I was on. We were responsible for over 200 classrooms. And so that's my background. And so to kind of go from like that kind of corporate, semi-corporate, because it was Head Start, but, contributing family as a new mom, I was like, what do I do now? Now I have 3 kids and I'm like, oh, please give me some space. So it's kind of funny how it changes. But I love that Arbonne really has not only then allowed me to stay home to make the money I needed so I could fully do that, but has through these years, as our family is growing, we've moved to Michigan, which is back home for me, to really I'm still contributing to our family. And that's such a joy. And it also keeps me sane. Guys, I have 3 kids. I homeschool. I have a lot on my plate, as we all do, right? My busy might just look a little bit different than yours. but I love that I still am participating and contributing and have something as my own, and I get to be with my kids and work around their schedule, and then I get to peace out and have amazing time with really great ladies and friends. And so I am just so excited, and the friendship is such a huge part of it, and I just love, I mean, the friendship that Toy and I have developed over these 11 years, it's been so great. She's one of my dearest friends, and so it's super fun. But Toy, will you share your story? Because your story is very different from my story, and I love that we come from really different backgrounds.
No, and it's my favorite part. I think one of the greatest blessings in this business is the people. And I love the stories, and I never get tired of hearing your story. I hear new stuff all the time. My name is Toy Stepp, and I am an independent consultant, national vice president with Arbonne. And I love hearing that story because I remember that day going to Kayte's house and seeing that 3-week-old little baby who now is this beautiful 10-year-old girl. Is just amazing to me. But I got introduced in 2001 to Arbonne. So over 16 years ago. And I was living in Los Angeles working in TV and film. So our stories are different, but I think where we really relate is wanting to contribute. And so at that time, I had no children either. I didn't even have a husband. I had a boyfriend who became my husband. But I got introduced to Arbonne through a friend that I danced with. So I was working as an actress and a dancer. I was a professional dancer. I worked in TV and film acting. Always wanted to do that. Knew that's what I wanted to do. Moved from Florida to LA. So really didn't get Arbonne and wasn't looking for an opportunity because I was living this dream that I had from this young girl. And my girlfriend and I danced together. And so she had a 3-year-old and a newborn. I kind of was like, hey, I'm home. I want to see the baby. So come talk to me about this Arbonne, this Arbonne. I don't even know what she's saying. But she talked about some health changes. And she talked about a scar fading on her face. And we danced together a couple years before I moved to LA. So I knew about the scar. And I thought, well, good for her, but not for me. And honestly, I thought, I'm in movies. I'm not going to sell lipstick. So similar, Catherine and I both were very hesitant. Mm-hmm. And it was her lifestyle that got my attention. It was my ego and ignorance that got in my way. I thought I was above it. I thought, well, this is more for mommies. I'm not a mommy yet. Knew I wanted that someday. Saw it more as a mommy hobby. And I just wasn't educated on how these businesses work. Mm-hmm. So watching her, I ended up marrying that boy, that man. And he's the one who said, you know what, we need to pray about you doing this. So both of our husbands were the wise ones in our relationship.
I love our husbands are pushing us to where we need to be. Hey, girls, come on. Ladies, get it together. This is where you got to go.
Yeah. So he says, because he sees me telling people about it, he knew like my migraines are going away. There's certain things that are happening, excuse me, happy wife, happy life. So I'm getting nicer. And we saw her lifestyle. And we saw not just the financial blessing, but who she was becoming and the opportunities she had. And we're both artists. He's a musician. He's been in ministry over 20 years. I'm an actress dancer. So it was a very wise business decision because diversifying your income is smart. But it was also, I wanted that time freedom. I wanted to be able to design my life. I'd gotten to the top in the company and the financial reward is really great. But it's that time freedom to be with the kiddos I have now. Mm-hmm. So next to my faith, marrying that guy and having my babies, this has been one of the best decisions because I can design the day. I can be with my kids. But again, totally relate to Catherine and wanting to like peace out because it's a lot. Being a mom and being present is a lot. And I am a producer. I want to contribute to my home too. So it's been a great, great gift. So I'm excited for you guys to hear a little more about this journey.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love it. I just think it's so funny just how both of our husbands kind of push us, right? Like, thank goodness that God brought us those men because they're great.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, so we're going to go ahead and get right into it right now. So we're going to be just talking about how Arbonne, and it transforms lives through pure, botanically based ingredients and scientifically tested products. It's a pure, healthy lifestyle and the pure joy of helping others. And you guys can kind of just heard us talk a little bit about that as we even just shared our stories and how true that is and how we've experienced that and over my 11 years and Toy's 16 years in doing this. And this is the Arbonne story. We are botanically based. So it is beauty, health, and wellness. And we have almost 4 decades of history. Arbonne is not this flash in the pan brand new company or brand new product. We have been around and we have really have tried and true. And that's what I love. We do have cutting edge product research and development, and it's grounded in that pure, safe, and beneficial philosophy. Really what that means is we have some of the best products. Our research is incredible, but it's rooted and it comes from our pure, safe, and beneficial philosophy, which we'll kind of talk about. We have this passionate community of independent consultants. Guys, if you're not familiar with some of the Arbonne community, I mean, go on Facebook and start to look, because what they are doing for Hurricane Harvey victims is amazing. And what we're seeing, I'm just blown away at the way
the give back, like the reach and the give back, it's continued. Like you said, Catherine, blows my mind. 90 homes in 90 days in Haiti. And now the Houston outreach is just like,
it's crazy. 6 truckloads of ready to go shakes, personal care products. I mean, when I actually have been in 4 hurricanes. And so I did disaster recovery after Hurricane Katrina. And so I have been on the ground within 2 days after a devastating storm. So I kind of know the impact really well. And to see what our consultants are doing and how they're pulling together and the resources and getting toothpaste, deodorant, shampoo, all of those things that we're going to kind of talk about, all of our products, it's so amazing. And I love the give back. And this isn't Arbonne corporate pushing it. It's the consultants that are saying, hey, how can we help? What can we do? How can we get in this? And it's not just, consultants from the United States. We are a global company. So we're in Taiwan, we're in Poland, Australia, New Zealand, England, all of the UK, Canada. We're launching into Germany. I mean, so amazing. We have this great compensation plan. We do have this experienced, committed home office. And so we've got that support. We've got the distribution and the technology platforms that are already in place. You don't have to go ahead and, when you start a business, you don't have to create all of that. You don't have to figure out how to ship products to people. That takes a lot of entrepreneurial time and energy. And I love that that's already built in. We don't have to do that. Our product advantage. Guys, I mean, I feel like I could talk all day about these products. They're so amazing, but they combine the best of science, nature, and new technology. They are plant-based, botanically inspired formulas. We're built on Swiss heritage to European standards. That is amazing. The Swiss are great at watches, chocolate, and skincare. Hello. We love them. Okay. And baking, right? They're pretty good at that too. But we have this Swiss heritage, which is the premium cream of the crop, just with the products, but the European standards, the EU bans like over how many 1,400 chemicals or something like that.
1,400, then you hear over 2,000, and what in the U.S. it's like
7.
9.
Yeah, 11 maybe. And so I just love that we do have, we're formulated to those standards. So clean, highest quality ingredients around the globe. Like we're really sourcing, not just we have, hey, these great formulations or these great products, but where you get your stuff matters, in our ingredients. We are clinically tested. We are never tested on animals. We have some of the best certifications, gluten-free, vegan, we're kosher certified. And so really amazing. And this is that pure, safe, and beneficial philosophy that I was talking about. We're working to use the latest science for more effective products, but using those botanically based. So each product is carefully selected and has those botanically based ingredients. We're safe. Guys, our products are rigorously tested. I am always blown away when Arbonne says, hey, this is how we've tested stuff, and they shares our clinical testing and all of these things. I'm like, that is so intense. The requirement that like the FDA in America puts on is pretty low. And not only does Arbonne go way above and beyond that, they even go above and beyond some of the European standards and as far as testing goes. And so I love that. And beneficial. Guys, our products help, they work, they have a benefit.
I think that was my biggest eye-opener, Catherine, was I couldn't believe when I first used the product that it actually did what it said it was going to do. And I just, as a woman, I found a lot of my friends, we weren't used to that. It was like, oh, we're left with a pretty bottle. But this stuff was amazing because it's absorbing and it's, like you said, botanical, plant-based.
Right? It's working. I know, it's such a novel idea. Hey, here's some safe products with the best ingredients that are totally clean and pure, and they're actually going to work. And bonus, they don't smell like dirt. So there you go. Like, so I love that. But this is part of it. We're formulated without animal products or byproducts. We're formulated without artificial flavors, sweeteners. I mean, you guys can see all of this. No BPA, where there's no carbon black, no formaldehyde, no mineral oil, parabens, petrolatum, phthalates, SLS, SLES. The list goes on and on. And a lot of these terms you guys are going to be familiar with because we're seeing, hey, this is, we're learning more just about some of these things that we've been using and how maybe they're linked to neurotoxins and cancer causing. And so just trying to eliminate that is so helpful. A couple things that I think I was just really surprised about was mineral oil. I suffer from eczema, and I have since I was 6 months old. And so this was really surprising to me because what my dermatologist was prescribing for me to treat my eczema was basically mineral oil and some other junk. But it was like a whole tub of mineral oil. And so I just was like, well, yeah, that's good stuff. That's what you need. That was what I thought. And actually, no, that's not entirely true. Mineral oil is too large for your skin to absorb. So it kind of blocks like a surface layer. If you think about if you wrapped your skin in saran wrap, basically the same thing. Your skin can't breathe. It can't absorb toxins. It's also, you guys, sometimes you put on maybe a lotion or a cream and you feel really greasy because it's all just hanging out there. It can't absorb in, so your skin doesn't get any of the benefits. Like Toy was saying, oh yeah, it's a pretty bottle, but it doesn't really work. That's kind of why. So mineral oil is actually a derivative from the oil refining process and all of that. And so just from gasoline and oil. And so it's a waste product, and it's very expensive to break down and to dispose of properly. And as opposed to do that, the companies were like, well, how can we make money off of our trash? Oh, we'll sell it to cosmetic companies. That seems legit. And the FDA was like, okay, fine. That sounds good. We're okay with that. And so just kind of, that was really surprising to me as I learned about that, and just, I don't really want that on my skin. And what's funny is that after 25 years with eczema and using the mineral oil prescribed product, I still had it horribly. After 6 months of using Arbonne products, it went away, and I haven't had flare-ups. I'll maybe get a flare-up in the winter, and that's about it. So, it's something that, just interesting, right? Just interesting. So I love it. And then the other thing, animal products or byproducts, this was interesting to me as well. Growing up in the Midwest and living back here, animal rendering is big business here. And that is just something that we do. And if you don't know what that is, it is taking the leftover of any sort of meat processing. So, and it's the parts you don't use, bones, blood, horns, hoof, intestines, skin, hides, roadkill, they throw that in there. And it's even like leftover grease and things from restaurants. And then it's ground up, put in a vat, and boiled. And this layer comes to the top, and that's scraped off and sold. And both mineral oil and this animal byproduct, they're used as fillers. So they don't even serve a purpose other than to fill your bottle, so you are actually so you feel like you're getting more product. I mean, that's all it is, right? Like, gross. I don't even need that. But guys, can I just tell you something? I've never cooked bacon and seen the grease in the pan and been like, you know what? I'm going to throw that on my face. That seems like a good idea. No, that's disgusting. I put it in a little cup and then I throw it away. That's how you handle that. I've never put it on my face.
Yeah.
And this is also something that I find really interesting. There's bat poop in mascara and things like that. But because it's animal product or byproduct, they can label it organic or natural. Now, poison ivy is organic and natural, but I'm not going to rub that on my body. And so going back to that safe, right? Again, we're using these really great ingredients that are safe. And it makes sense. So, those are just, some of the things that I find really interesting. And guys, we have this wide range of consumable products that fall in this pure, safe, and beneficial products. So these clean products, skincare, we have a men's line, a women's line, acne line. We've got our nutrition. Oh my gosh, our nutrition is some of my favorite. an amazing spa line. We have a baby care line. We have hair care. I mentioned earlier, toothpaste, deodorant, and we've got amazing makeup. And I love our makeup. I know, Toy, you can speak just as a actress and having to put on so much stuff.
I was such a snot about the makeup, and I had no idea about the animal rendering, about mineral oil, similar to you, Catherine. But as an actor, when my girlfriend was telling me all this stuff, I thought, she's so desperate to sell her Arbonne, her Arbonne. I'm like, there's no way this is happening. Mm-hmm. And then doing that research and finding out it was, I was so livid. And my husband was like, you need to calm down. Obviously, you just need to stop using what you're using. But I was a real snot about it because I'm a Screen Actors Guild actor, and I only use the best. And I was getting a lot of it for free. It was given to me. But when I saw the difference, then I would start bringing Arbonne's makeup on movie sets and telling them I was allergic and saying, can you please use my foundation and my mascara? Because I knew what was in all the other stuff they were using. Mm-hmm. Then they were like, we want more. They were praising it. They were like, this stuff is amazing. And I love that it's topical vitamins. It's beauty with benefits. It's not just makeup for makeup's sake. It's like giving your skin benefit and nourishment and yumminess.
It's so good, right? And I just love it. And there's no lead in it. I don't know. I could just go on forever, guys, just about how amazing it is. And we're not saying this to scare you or, I just think it's helpful to know. We didn't know. I didn't know. And, where, Toy, I know you were surprised about animal rendering. I wasn't. I have friends who that's their business. They raise pigs. They sell their pigs, for meat. And then the rest goes to the animal rendering. We have plants of those here. So that wasn't as surprising to me. I
think with rendering, it makes sense. Okay, the leftovers have to go somewhere, but just like you talked about with bacon, I never wanted to be rubbing those leftovers on my body, but that's what I was doing, and I was sold out to it because it was the best, and that's where when you start using a pure product and you start seeing a difference, it's like, whoa,
my skin looks really different, it feels different, right? My whole body feels different. It's so great. So, Toy, why don't you go ahead and share about why Arbonne, why now? We've talked about all these products, but why Arbonne? Why now?
I know. And honestly, you're hearing both, that just Catherine's passion for product, my passion. I have to contain it as she's talking, so I'm not talking over her, because it really is a whole body solution for living in a toxic world. And not to be like Debbie Downer, wah, wah, but we do. And so you just have to make educated choices. And that's what I love about it, is Catherine was going through all the things we don't have in our products, and then all the beautiful, wonderful things we have in them, and how cool that we can go from head to toe and for everybody in your family. So when you look at why Arbonne, why now, that's why that wellness is booming right now. And it is a trend. When you look at timing and trends, it's one that's serving us. It's serving people. People are going, you know what? I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. And when they start to use a product so simple, right? Here, Catherine and I both are like, whoa, this is different. Yeah. You want to tell people about it because you are feeling better. That nutrition line, I think about your liver alone, okay? Everything you put in and on your body goes through that guy. So if we can help put a pause on all of that, your body, everything, your face, your joints, the way you feel, is going to change. And so we look at social marketing booming. People want more from the time they're spending working. And regardless of age, generation, socioeconomic level, you see it my kid, my 9-year-old's already talking this way. You get to be an entrepreneur with low startup, minimal risk, part-time, full-time, whatever you want. So you can kind of design it the way you want. Everybody's goals in Arbonne are different. Build the global internet-based business Catherine went through. And you'll hear me call her Catherine, by the way, because she goes by Kayte. I met her as Catherine, so I call her Catherine and Kayte.
I got my vote.
They're probably like, who is Catherine? Who are these people talking about? But Kayte, what I love about the global reach, so we have that too. But here's the cool thing. We're 37 years old, and you can come in now and have that ground floor opportunity, because I meet people here in South Florida where, in my opinion, wellness really is booming, that have never even heard of Arbonne yet. And that's exciting from a business perspective. I love the evergreen commitment. I love that our product developer, Dr. Peter Matravers, came to Arbonne with 20 green patents to his name. I mean, we are attracting that caliber of person, and they're constantly tweaking to make sure that what we do and say is on par, but even like Catherine was saying, better. So it's just it's a smart business to be with right now.
Yeah, for sure.
And when you look at the ways that you can earn income, so here's something that's working. People are feeling amazing when they go through our 30-day program, which if you don't know about that, ask the person that invited you to tell you more about it. My husband lost 25 pounds in a little over a month, but here's the cool thing. That number was trumped by back pain going away. He thought it was hypoglycemic. That's going away. He's breathing better. He's sleeping better. And my guy is telling me. I find, ladies, we like to tell our guy how to feel. It's pretty awesome when they're praising how they're feeling. They're praising the product. So that was incredible. And I'm getting those kinds of texts and phone calls. Oh my gosh, I feel amazing. Oh, and I lost 10 pounds. Oh, and I lost 25 pounds. So
it's so funny because I lost pounds is always the afterthought.
Yeah.
It's never like, I lost 25 pounds. Oh, and I'm feeling great. It's like, oh, I'm feeling great. And I lost 25 pounds. Oh, and yeah.
What's so cool is because we're not teaching people to diet because the word diet is in diet and they usually feel like they're dying when they're on a diet. It's about adding the life, adding health. And you can earn a great income. And here's what I want you to understand as you're looking at this. Put on your business hat for a second. If you are excited about something, you tell people. You don't have to be told to tell them. You are passionate to tell them because it worked. Something worked. Or you have this beautiful baby, right? We have our children and we want to show people like 100 pictures. And they're like, I was good at 2 pictures. I was good, lady. Stop showing me all the two pictures. But you can earn income and you can do that through commissions from your product. So your product from personal product sales. If you want to sell product, you can do that. We really teach you how to build a network, but you have that option. You can get commissions from selling product. You can get overrides, so earnings from product sales by your team, which is fantastic. You're training and teaching that team, and you have somebody that's teaching you, training and teaching you. You're not alone. You're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. So you can get commissions, overrides. I drive a Mercedes. I have had 5 Mercedes. Thank you, Arbonne. And I loved a black car or a red car. Those were my favorite colors. When they said white Mercedes, I was like, a Mercedes? I could fall in love with white. And I love the car. The cash bonus program is awesome. Mm-hmm. And I did that in about 1.5 years' time. And everybody's goals are different. I met a lady, it took her 19 years, but she was totally content there too. Mm-hmm. And then your cash bonuses. So you've got all these opportunities to earn. It's not like one way. And then look at the kind of income. I want you to see whether this business is for you or not. This is what I want you to understand. This is what Kayte and I want you to understand. You may be where you want to be financially. Maybe Arbonne is more of a additional health. You're adding more health to your journey. And maybe you're on listening to this video, this Zoom, because you're meant to share this gift with somebody else. But look at what this could be. Even at minimum, at the district manager position, you could pay for all of your personal care products. Think about that money that you're adding to your budget. And let's add to that, probably getting off some of the medications you're on because you're using pure products, so you're feeling better. I'm seeing that happen with some of my clients too. District manager, average income about almost $300. It's average. But the high end, you're seeing almost $1,600 a month. 7 months average. Area manager, you can will it to a family member. So my kids are misbehaving. I'm like, listen, you better behave. I'll cut you out of the will. Just kidding.
Well, and maybe you don't like your family that much. So, you can will it to a charity. That's fine too.
There you go.
No judgment here. No judgment here.
There you go. So you get area manager, you see the average income, almost $1,400 a month. That's a big game changer. I mean, that couple $100 a month is what my girlfriend needed to be home with her babies. Now we're talking over $1,000. That's going to add even more freedom. And then regional vice president, low end, you see 17, high end over 10, mid-range 4 to 5. That's awesome. That's where you can say, you know what? I might have a take this job and shove it party. Maybe you have a job right now that you're miserable at, and life is too short to be miserable at your job. Find something you love doing. We'd love for you to join us. That's where you get the Mercedes-Benz cash bonus program, $800 a month. as a national vice president, you get $1,000 a month for your car. And you see the average incomes. I mean, even low end, what would $7,000 a month do for you? What would that do for your spouse? What would that do for your kids? You know, my dream board is behind me. And one of the things on my dream board now, it wasn't when I was without children. Now it's college funds for my children. Like, that might not sound sexy to you, but I go, wow, I love that Arbonne's going to help me. So as we kind of wrap up, because you're getting a lot of information, I love that you've gotten our stories, and you know, there's no guarantee. So here's the thing. What you put into this, you get out. And something I want to encourage you in, just to change your thought. Not, can I do this? Because a lot of us like, well, can I do this? Or am I like Kayte? Am I like Toy? You might not be like us at all. Fantastic. You're probably going to be awesome at this because you'll have so many different personalities. We have so many different personalities on our team. And but instead of, can I do this? I want you to think, I can learn this. Think of all the things you've learned in your lifetime. You can learn to do this too. And you can be just a shopper. Maybe you're looking at this tonight and you're like, you know what? These products sound great. Maybe you start as a preferred client. You can get signed up with a $150 order, $20, get 20% off, free shipping, free product. And every time you shop, you get 20% off. But here's the cool thing. You can get this whole RE9 line and get 40% off if you do that. If that nutrition is attractive to you, 40% off.
40% off, yeah.
Now, if you want more than just shopping and you're like, well, I'd like to do this business, that's where it's $79 to do business. The person that invited you will help set you up to win, get you some tools because you want some product. You want to be able to speak to the product and be able to share it with a few people. And that's where you can earn 35, 50%, 80% off your products. That's where you can earn 35% of income, 15%. I mean, it's awesome, the earning potential. So,
well, and like, maybe you're not sure, right? Like, maybe, you know, you're like, maybe here. Like, ask the person who invited you on this and share this with you, and just have coffee and to have questions. You know, there are no questions too hard. I love what you were saying, you know, can you learn this? Like, you guys, I don't know how to do these kind of technical things. I've had to learn how, and it's actually surprisingly easy. But even today, I was like, hey, I need a little help because it's not working right, you know? And so, but we can overcome that. We can learn that. And maybe you're just unsure and you need a couple questions answered. Just because you have questions does not mean that we are signing you up and you're going to start and you're going to go right to the top. Maybe that's not what you want to do. So I want to give you guys, you know, freedom. Hey, we love questions and we love hard questions. Yes. And we might not know the answer, but we can find out.
That's right. And it's just a vehicle. What I want you to see this as, and what Kayte and I are sharing is, Arbonne's a vehicle to get you from where you are to where you want to be. Yeah. Maybe you would love to be able to like want to get away from your kids. Maybe it's you miss them, right? You're never around your children. We're around our kids a lot. Or maybe you're like us. You're like, gosh, if I could add something to my home. Think about if that main contributor in your financial bathtub, if that faucet was to shut off, what would you do? How long could you go? And you could really relieve some of that. But here's the fun thing. You're going to have a great time in the meantime. The friendships, the people, it's just incredible. So I feel so honored that Kayte invited me to be on this call. I love sharing with all of you guys today. And like she said, if you have questions, get them answered. We love that. Let's find a good fit for you. Yeah. And I hope that I get to meet you sometime. And Kayte and I love this, and we love helping others. So join us.
Yeah. Come on, come hang with us.
Yeah.
Amazing. No. Guys, oh my gosh, thank you so much for taking time out just to be with us. And thank you, Toy, for jumping on. I just really appreciate it as you're prepping for your hurricane, just even doing this. I just thank you so much for your time. And guys, again, if you have questions, want to try some products, weren't kind of sure, get with the person who shared this with you, you know, and they will hook you up for sure. So thanks for joining us.